How to use amortisation tables. Amortisation is reducing a loan through a series of payments. In this video, I'll show you how to do that via tables. I will do it using this example. $800,000 is loaned for 25 years at 6% compounding monthly with payments of $5,154.41. There can be some variation in the titles of the table. I've chosen N for the number of months, the payment, the interest, principal reduction, and the balance. I also like to start with a year zero, so I've got a starting point, and you can see I'm starting with $800,000. I've filled in the payment because it's the same for each month, and we'll told it in the question. To find the interest, what we need to do is work out 6% of 800,000, but remember that it's monthly, so it's going to be 6 divided by 12, the monthly interest rate divided by 100, multiplied by 800,000, and we get 4,000 being the interest. The principal reduction is the payment minus the interest, and the reason why that is every payment pays off the interest and whatever's left over reduces the amount of principal. To get the new balance, we have the old balance, which was at 800,000. We take away the payment because payments reduce the amount that's owed, and then we add on the interest because that increases the amount owed. Alternatively, if we got a principal reduction column, the new balance is equal to the old balance minus how much the principal has been reduced. Pause the video here and have a go at the next line of this table. Here are the answers. Again, pause the video to give yourself time to check. We already know that the payment's going to be the same throughout. However, another way of looking at it is that the interest plus the principal reduction is equal to the payment. So every payment pays off the interest and whatever's left over will reduce the principal. We can find the interest with the formula that we used before. So 6 divided by 12 because it was 6% per annum and it was monthly, so that's why I've got the 6 divided by 12, all over 100 times what the previous balance was, and that will give us the interest. Alternatively, the interest is also equal to the payment minus the principal reduction. The principal reduction is going to be the payment minus the interest. And again, this is because the payment is always made up of a component of the interest and the principal reduction. A more literal way of finding the principal reduction is we take the previous balance and we minus the current balance, and that would tell us how much the principal has literally reduced. We notice that the payment is the same throughout the loan. However, we need to be a little bit cautious about this. The payment will change if the interest rate changes. So if it increases, the payments will increase. If it decreases, the payments will decrease. The final payment to pay off the loan will rarely be exactly the same as a regular payment. So usually it will be a little bit less. The amount of interest added each time decreases, but more than this, the interest added each month will decrease at an accelerating rate. To highlight how the interest changes, the interest in the second month was $5.77 less than the first month. If we go halfway through the loan, the 150th month was $12.08 less than the 149th month. And if we go to the end of the loan, the interest in the 300th month was $25.51 less than the 299th month. Graphically, this can be seen more easily. Here's a graph of the amount of interest that's added each month. We can see the interest over time is dropping at an accelerating rate. Principal reduction is really the reverse of the interest. The principal reduction will increase each month and will do so at an ever accelerating rate. The principal reduction changes throughout the loan mirrors exactly what we found with the interest. The principal reduction in the second month was $5.77 less than the first month. If we go to the middle, it was $12.08. The principal reduction at the end was $25.51. All these dollar figures are the exact same as what we found with the interest. So just highlighting that again. As the interest decreases, the principal reduction will increase by the same amount. This graph is the principal reduced each month, and it is the opposite of the interest. So the interest was bending down, this one is bending up. At the end of the graph, it's worth noticing that it tends towards the final payment, and this is because at the end of the loan, basically you're paying no interest and all your payments are reducing the principal. The balance reduces as we pay off the loan and does so at an ever-increasing rate. We can see this graphically, where the balance at the beginning of the loan didn't really change that much, but as we get to the loan, not only does it decrease, but it does it at a faster rate. Some important observations. A loan decreases slowly at the beginning, but accelerates throughout the loan. For this loan, at the halfway point, so this was 150 months, $543,017.29 was still outstanding out of the original $800,000. So that means 67.9% of what was originally borrowed was still outstanding at the halfway point. Now, the important thing here is not the 67.9% because that will vary depending on the conditions on the loan. It's that at the halfway point, you will still owe more than half. Here are some useful formulas. Now, this is not an exhaustive list that I've covered in this video, but it'll be enough to help you. The interest is equal to the interest rate per period over 100 times the previous balance. The payment is equal to the interest plus the principal reduction. The new balance is equal to the previous balance minus the payment plus the interest. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Please leave a review and a comment. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an experienced mathematics teacher with a passion for teaching financial literacy. Please read the disclaimer.